I'm just starting anyway. Where's the alcohol at? You just had it. Where is it at?
Yeah, you got to show it. Oh, you gave that story. Yeah, you got to break it down.
Okay. Well, for those who indulge, this is called Armagnac from Weisvia Winery. It's a great winery. The winery, I went ahead and had an opportunity to go with the wife over the weekend. It was great. The guy who runs it, his name is Dr. Lee, and he is super meticulous about his wine. He handpicks everything. So I don't know if I want to get a story because I want everybody to go. But anyway, I want it for me.
Don't be a hater.
I'm trying. So, but he handpicks everything. They literally do not use machines to pick their grapes. Handpicks everything. 3-step quality check process for the grapes. If they first get off the vine, if it looks like there's something wrong with the plant or the crop, they throw it out and use it as mulch. As the grapes are going down the line to be smashed, they're looking at it in their bins. They're looking at grapes, and if something's wrong with it, they throw it out, and they use it as mulch.
That's wild.
So he doesn't normally. Wineries have a huge, and when I say huge, I mean huge vat that they will put yeast in and process their wine. He doesn't do that. He makes small batches. So every sip of those, pick a wine. I literally tried a flight, and I tried one of his Chardonnays. I did not have a bad wine. Period. He has a higher acidity level and a lower sugar content because what most wine companies do is they wait till that sugar content goes way up, and then they cut it. So they can basically have a sweeter wine, but they have residual sugar.
I'm telling you right now.
D, let me tell you what that means. This nigga bougie.
I knew he knew about wine because he said
this brandy is better than any cognac you've had. Now, all cognac is brandy, but not all brandy is cognac. It's like champagne.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So there's a place in France called Cognac, France. There's a place that's also called Armagnac, which he got the name from in honor of them, Armagnac. So
okay.
It's not spelled like that. It's Armagnac, France, though. So when I tell you this is better than pick a Hennessy, pick a Remy Martin, you want to, whatever, it's better.
Better than Douce too?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Okay. Damn, okay. I got to try it.
He's speaking. Just remember, birthday is June 28th.
Man, you gotta wait a whole year. You got a long time, man.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is What the Podcast. I'm your host, Nytelife. I'm here with beat maker extraordinaire Sandman. I'm here with just recently back out on the road, busting shit up out there on stage. D-Rock.
Hey, I'm back, son. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. It's all good.
Man, so how was that stage treating you, man? I'm sorry we missed it.
Man, nah, you good. I mean, so far I've had like 2-3 shows. Man, I'm telling you, it felt good to be back on stage. You know what I'm saying? Get the nerves, you know what I'm saying? You get nervous, you get on stage, you start telling your jokes, people start laughing. The rest is history, man. I love that shit, man. Every time. I sweat like crazy, though.
I'll tell you about Jamie Foxx.
What? What's
Don't
up?
be nervous.
Shit. I still might be nervous. I ain't gonna fake it. That shit fun, though, man. I enjoy it. But I've been hearing now they about to shut us back down. That's what I heard.
That's the word too. I heard that too. They just getting too many liberties out there, man, and cats are not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, the COVID is going back up, man. We're spiking again.
It's good. Like we're gonna be in this. We're gonna be in this cycle until they come up with a vaccine. We just gotta fucking wait on that shit.
Speaking of vaccines, good old Pfizer. We'll see what happens. They say they got some. That's what they said.
Oh, they did that. They stock probably jumped through the roof too.
Oh, probably.
When they said that. Yeah. Hey, oh, we got something. We sitting on something.
Buy Pfizer right now.
Bye. Man, so so man, I actually, as far as that stage shit, man, I just can't wait. I cannot wait.
It's exciting, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for them to open shit all the way back up so we can really get back to doing what we really do. I want to travel. You know, I'm trying to travel. I'm actually switching my plans now where I might start taking weekends where I'm off and just go straight to LA. Just go see if I can get on a couple stages out there. Might have to sit in line for a long ass time, but shit, at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Yeah, you gotta take that shot, man. I mean, you might as well, especially the way shit is going out here. It's few and far in between with these opportunities.
Exactly.
Man, I just watched this joint, the new joint from Cedric the Entertainer. You seen that movie yet? It's called The Opening Act. It's,
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's about a stand-up comedian, an up-and-coming stand-up comedian, and him trying to open and basically find his way and become like a regular, and like, you know, basically he was like went from hosting to having, you know, the highlight set to, you know, trying to work his way up to being the headliner. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
It was kind of dope. I thought about it when I watched it.
Hey man, where you see that at? I gotta check that out. That sounds cool.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's dope. It's actually pretty good.
All right, I'm putting that on tonight then. It's all good.
We're gonna have to see what's up with that, man. So as y'all know, we've been gone for maybe a month and a half. Just Cats is getting shit back going for themselves, and you see D-Rock is back out there performing. So
yeah.
The lines didn't all the way line up accordingly the way we wanted to as far as being able to record. So sorry we left y'all wanting and waiting, but we back, and we will have it together from here on out. So one thing we did do is we went out and we went to the gun range, which Sandman took us to the gun range. So I'll let him take over the story on the gun range.
All right, so man, I was actually very, very proud to have my brothers out there at the range with me, man. The Second Amendment right. I'm definitely a supporter. I won't say I'm a gun nut, but I'm definitely a supporter of the Second Amendment as a conservative Democrat. And I'll say that on camera. I don't care. As a conservative Democrat, I'm definitely swing liberal, but I have conservative views, and gun rights are one of them. Definitely had a great time with them, being able to. I don't want to put y'all out there too much, but they didn't have a lot of experience shooting, so I was able to teach them.
Not at all.
Okay, so
you honest, yeah.
We were starting 0-0.
We was.
It's good. So you try to shoot us some bill. I appreciate it, but we were. Nah.
So they basically, I was able to teach them everything from gun safety to muzzle discipline to, you know, trigger discipline, and just, you know, how to hold the weapon correctly, load the weapon correctly, clear the weapon correctly, clear jams correctly, and put rounds on target. So we had a great time.
That was fun, man. You know, it was from my perspective going in there. We walked in there, there's Trump shit all over the place.
Man, you know I was like, am I allowed to say it or what, man?
Dude, I ain't never walked in. I ain't never walked in a building where there were so many white people. It was crazy, and they all was on some Trump shit, and you know they was all cool. They didn't treat us bad. I'm not gonna let me not.
Yeah, they were all right.
They didn't treat us bad. Now, you know, they went in there, respected the fact that we was in there to shoot and whatnot. It was cool. It just was a weird environment. I know we was getting side-eye looks from some of the customers in there, like, man, what is these three Negro boys up in here doing at the gun range?
Like, I'm wearing stuff like this with the ice cream shirt on. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen,
you know
but imagine
I have the Ritz shirt on.
Imagine if we went now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like right after the election's over, Trump's lost. Dude, there'd be a lot of talk going on up in there, man, for real.
No. That's where you're wrong.
Okay.
They wouldn't say nothing.
You think so?
Absolutely nothing. I guarantee it.
I'm not going to test it. Let me tell you something. Just because they got cameras don't mean they work, and I ain't finna take a risk of a nigga being out there getting shot at.
They would not say, I'm telling you, they would be silent. I've been around a lot of the other side.
I see what you're saying.
I tell you, they would stay silent.
They big talkers. That's what you're saying.
No. They ain't gonna try to test nothing. To be honest, they're like, that's just dumb. Nobody wants to go to jail,
bro. And then the bottom line is we still consumers. So you going in there, you spending money. They want your bread.
The bread.
They want your
That's
bread.
true too.
They ain't gonna stop you from doing the shit.
No,
they may talk shit about you after you go out the doors, but it's cool though. They don't care. You know?
Absolutely.
But
oh
at the
man,
end of the day, they did mention some things about Trump while he was in there.
Yeah,
because he still had the opportunity of winning at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So the votes hadn't been cast yet. Well, I mean, they had, but they hadn't been. It wasn't close to
nothing counted. Yeah. That's true.
The
That's true. I give you that.
Church mice.
Hey, if they believe he still won, who am I to pop the bubble? Because I already know them cats all strapped up in there, so I'm not about to just make no waves.
Yeah, I'm a quiet person. I don't say much. I don't say much.
Hey, look, I ain't worried about it, man. I'm gonna go in and be me and be like, how y'all doing?
I feel it.
I love being in situations like that, though. I love being in situations where I'm not supposed to be there. I love that because I like
that sometimes.
And I come in there. You know what I'm saying? I normally I ain't got my chain with me right now, but I normally got my chain swinging, hat to the back, whatever. Billionaire Boys Club ice cream, BBC ice cream on. You know what I'm saying? Jay's on. You know what I'm saying? And I change people's mentality.
It's a mind fuck though. It's a mind fuck for you to walk in there like that.
Mm-hmm.
To people because they're just like you're not supposed to. But all right.
And I speak eloquently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they are like, oh, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm well spoken. Can't fuck with me, buddy.
There you go. Shit, man. But I will say it was fun up in there. Learn how to shoot. You know that I ain't gonna lie. Y'all had me pinned in that corner, so every time y'all was shooting, I was getting hit with all them damn bullets. That shit was hot. Let me tell you something. I was doing so many dance moves over there in the corner, man. That thing was hot.
Hit with shell casings.
Man, but it was fun. Let me tell you something. I was shooting that thing. You know, I felt like I was doing some big shit. I came back home. I hung my little target up.
You did, for real?
I told him, I was like, that's all me right there. That's me. They're like, oh, okay, you was getting it. I was like, yeah. You know, I just do my thing, you know. My dad instantly was like, you know you lying. You ain't shoot shit like that. Stop playing. So, yeah, but it was fun, though, man. I definitely want to do it again. Definitely.
And I told them about why you should not shoot sideways.
Oh, yeah. We got to see the old dog menace to society myth in action.
That shit don't work for nothing. Definitely. I ain't with that.
Why you should shoot center mass instead of trying to aim for the head.
Yep.
True. You did teach us that. And red is dead. I remember that. That's all I kept. I kept telling all my family that. Like, hey, yo, man, red is dead. Remember that, bro. Keep your eye out. Don't fuck up. A couple of my cousins got guns. Like, hey, yo, man, you know about red is dead, right? You know that, right? You better watch out for that, bro. Oh shit! But yeah, you know, still teaching the fam, working with them.
Yeah,
man.
Shit. We appreciate the opportunity of being able to do that, man. That's something I always wanted to do. That's just good. I want to go again.
I definitely want to go now.
Yeah, we got to. We got to. I want to pull up now. I want to show us up.
Like,
shit, for real though.
Yo, Biden Kamala 2020. T-shirt, feel me walking in.
I get a Kamala Harris shirt. I'll get her little face on my shirt. That'd be cool. I'll do that shit. But let me ask y'all something though, because y'all, we different eras. So I mean, my thing with guns, I didn't touch guns much back in the day because my partners had them. They usually was like, you know, some scratched off serial numbers type shit. Yeah. You ever touch those guns? You ever touch your partner's guns when they pull out their gun and all that?
No.
Never back in the day.
No.
You got smart brothers. That's how I was. My partners always thought I was weird because I was like, well, you don't want to touch it. I don't play with guns, especially something that ain't mine, ain't nothing about me. You know, I ain't fucking with that.
Almost got shot once.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I never had that one.
Interesting story. And I love to tell this story. So my cousin Harold, we were like brothers. We was out. And it was actually the first time I had like ever smoked weed. So we were out, and he was at a dice game. They had a dice game at this barber that they was going to, and they was rolling dice in his basement. So his dad got mad and kicked everybody out because I guess we was making too much noise or some shit, or somebody started getting ready to fight. So we went out and they went out on the block and they got ready to roll dice or whatever. So this dude lost. and he got mad that he lost. So he pulls out his gun, and so he's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to give me that. You're gonna have to give me all that back. You're gonna have to give me all that back." And so dude was like, "Man, if you don't get that fake ass shit out of my face," and dude was like, "Man, it's a real gun, man. Let me try to tell you, man. Check this out, man. You wanna hold that shit? You wanna feel that shit?" And gave dude the gun. Well, wait, there's more. So he gives dude the gun, right? Dude looks at it and says, "Oh yeah, well that's real," and gives it back to the other. Give it back to the other cat.
This is real hood stories right here. Buddy.
So we didn't corral dude and putting the shit away or whatever, man. So we back, everybody just back at the game or whatever. So then he loses again. So then he pulls it out. He starts waving it around. I'm standing. For some fucking reason, I'm standing right by this dude, and he just pop, right by my foot. Time to go home, blood. I gotta go. I gotta take my just got high ass. Just got high, man. I told my cousin, "Look, get the fuck out of here." No thanks. I'm already paranoid. I'm trying to deal with this weed I ain't never dealt with before and shit. I'm like, man, let's go.
Oh, bro, that's funny as hell, man.
Dude, I shit you not. If Harold is ever around, he'll tell you that story. I'm not lying. It's swear to God.
That's funny. Yeah, that's real. Take that back.
You want to hold this gun? You want to feel it?
That's real.
You want to feel it? That's real. Oh yeah, that's real, man. He ain't getting it back to you. I'm like,
real heat right there. Cause.
What kind of movie shit is this? What the fuck? That shit look like it came off of Friday after next.
When you don't see thank you for it after. Like, thank you for letting me see that, bro.
Yeah, like I appreciate you. That's very real. Like, all right.
Real,
oh, Jesus.
Man. Yeah, no, I ain't had no situation like that. I mean, I've been at parties and niggas pull a gun out, but like I remember my partner, he took me to a party, and I don't even like parties like this because it was like this is like when the dancing started to change from like twerking to yiking, like all this weird side to side shit. So he was taking me to a party.
Time out. What is yiking?
You have to look it up. It's hey, bro, everything is like you dance and your body is going side to side. Some weird shit. Let me tell you something. It's like right after I graduated high school. So I was like past all that bullshit. I was a two-stepper then. So, yeah, so I'm at a party with this dude. I tell bro, I'm like, bro, I don't know nobody in here. I know you know everybody. You that nigga. Don't leave me in this motherfucking party. He like, oh no, bro, it's good. I got you. We stand together for 5 minutes. This nigga finally just be like, all right, bro, wait right here. I'll be right back. Go right across to the other side. I walk the hell of people, go to the other side where the DJ is, and then a fight break out and a nigga pull a gun out. So now I'm stuck against a wall trying to be stealth mode with my big ass, not being seen. And this nigga running all through the house with a gun, shooting it all around. I ain't never stiff-armed so many girls in my life, bro. I don't give a fuck about nobody's life. I was high-stepping.
Marshawn Lynch.
Dude, I was all that and more. I ran through his fence. I broke a fence like straight whole. Like, nigga, I was not playing. I was scared as shit. I run a lot faster when it comes to police and guns. Let me tell you something. I am the fastest man alive.
I think most black people do.
I'll put anybody to the test. I'll race Usain Bolt. I don't give a fuck. I'm beating that nigga with some police and some dogs and some guns. It's good.
So, all right. So, moving along. Y'all want to talk about this election, man?
We do.
Do we?
We got to.
I'm deferring to y'all on this, and then I'll say my piece after. But
what we starting at? We got to figure out where to start at.
Okay.
So
we starting with the beginning?
No. Well, we everybody know what happened in the beginning. I want to start at. See, and there's only so much I can say.
Well, how about the fact Trump is tripping and thinking everybody is cheating and that he don't understand what mail-in ballots are and how they're counted after?
Bro.
Because he is mad.
He told his constituents not to do mail-in balloting. He told his own people to not vote for him through mail-in ballots.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And some of these people already had signed up for mail-in ballots, then went in to go vote. Then they had to go back to do some shit to register their shit because it didn't make sense. Motherfucker, he's an idiot, bro.
I have to temper my words.
You want to try to read something from your book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to temper my words till January 20th.
You gotta temper your words. I mean, I'll say it for you, man. Hey, that shit was stupid. It was dumb, and I just hate the fact that it took so long to figure shit out because it was just like it wasn't even a cliffhanger. You knew what the fuck was gonna happen. It was just like, dude, just tell me the news.
You know what though? I woke up Saturday morning and saw a whole bunch of blue, and I was like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. It's a
Oh man, I didn't know if he was gonna get Arizona because I thought Arizona was always gonna be a red state.
I saw that red and that potential red, and I was like, "Ooh, this might be a little dicey for me."
I actually 100% knew he was going to get Arizona. Nevada to me, I'm sorry, I knew he was going to get Nevada. I knew he was going to get Nevada. My bad. I didn't know if he was going to get Arizona. And honestly, he still doesn't have Arizona yet. It's still being counted.
No, yeah, they still do a long lot of counting.
But he's ahead in Arizona.
But my thing is Nevada. How has Nevada only got 600,000 to 8 whatever? A million people, while everybody else got like 3 million on both sides in some states. I thought Nevada would have way more people than that.
Nevada's a whole bunch of desert, bro. That's why.
Yeah,
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: I was very surprised when he got Wisconsin and Wisconsin and Michigan?
Yeah.
I was super surprised. That's really what turned the tide. As soon as Wisconsin and Michigan flip.
Yeah. Well, it just speaks to it, man. You know, we thought that the American people would not be fed up to the point that this would happen because we thought it was more of the bullshit out there than it was. And it turned out to where it made people that did not vote and have never voted before to vote because of this bullshit.
And 40 million people voted. 140 million people voted. That's a record. But here's the thing. We have like 100 million people like plus in the United States. So if you want to take away the kids, I give you a smooth 30 million. So at least 70 million people in the United States. And only 140. I'm sorry. No, I got to take that back. We got a couple 100 million. Matter of fact, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, do that.
There's a lot of people. But my thing is, people try to make it seem like as if, people are voting like this or it's so many votes because it's Joe Biden. I don't know, man. I mean, I think a lot of people didn't know their rights because I remember I seen a lot of people post like, I didn't even know I had the right to vote because I had been to jail and stuff like that. So I think if a lot of people knew back then with Obama would have had the most votes ever. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Biden got that and he feel like that's a huge win. Yeah. But what about the pre-speech, the speech he had the day before or 2 days before? There was no point of that. You got to talk on that. You got to talk on that. Okay. That was pointless to have that speech.
Don't get me in trouble. All right. So look, to call a race before you know the outcome of the race can be precarious. Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. It's precarious to call a race or call anything before you know the extreme outcome of it. It's very precarious.
How you gonna be on some Trump shit though?
What?
How do you do that? I'm not saying no names, but I know somebody won. And his name in with Iden.
See, but I don't know, man. I think
man.
Joe Biden just assumed it's like most other elections that they usually call the race way before. They'll call that race early. You feel me? I think it's because they knew Trump would be like, it's a steal. But Joe Biden knew he won.
Well, he kind of alluded to that prior to them even counting the first votes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not something that is, oh, we didn't know that we were gonna possibly have to hear this in the Supreme Court or lawsuits are gonna come. Like these are things that were said prior to the first vote being counted.
Yeah.
So
the fact that he tried to get people to stop counting.
He was tripping.
Stop counting. What the hell are you talking about, what? Yo,
yeah, certain places keep counting though.
But stop counting. Like we don't need you to. We don't need no more count over here. It's some
so
bullshit.
much,
I'm just telling you, it's some bullshit right now, so you can stop counting right here because I'm like this motherfucker, man. And it's just like I don't even think that he got to really sit and examine and listen to his own bullshit though. I don't think he has had that moment. If he actually just sat back and had that moment to really listen to the shit he says when he says it, we would not be in this situation right now. The best thing that he possibly could have did was concede properly the way that you're supposed to. That way he could have just eased on out and hopefully Biden would be able to just excuse his shit like all the other presidents get their shit excused. But now it's gonna be like Biden gonna be like, nah, bro, we doing we prosecuting to the fullest extent. You about to get all these hands because you don't even know how to tell me. You don't know how to say it. You don't know how to say it's good. You won.
Yeah, it's not his vocabulary. To tell somebody they're doing good, that's not his thing. You know that's not gonna happen.
The Trumpers were out in front of the polling stations crying and praying like they were waiting on something to happen.
Telling you,
bro, it's over. It's over. What are you talking about? What are you waiting on?
I will say this: the fact that it was a party all day Saturday says a lot. Like if I'm in the opponent in that situation and the American people are partying because I lost, that's self-evaluation time at that point. That's reflection time.
The ill thing about that is that now that when the dust settles and this whole thing with the lawsuits and all that stuff is behind Biden, now he has to be held accountable for what you're going to do
moving forward. Hell yeah,
moving forward. What are you going to do?
That's not the question. Let's be real. Like like this. I would feel that way if he had not. He knows. Put this. He knows what the White House smells like.
No, I get that, but you gotta account. Dude, you gotta account for money. Money's money. Money is green wherever it come from. Money is green. So if you have that situation and you have that type of paper that a president is going to see, and then you have people, you have these constituents buying shit. I don't put nothing past nobody. I think that we still have to be able to put the pressure. Dude, everybody is viable. We gotta put the pressure.
Viable.
Y'all think he's viable? I think anybody is. When it comes to you dealing with that type of money, I think that we have to as black people still have to hold him accountable for shit that we want done. And you don't just take your foot off the pedal because Trump's out of office. Now it's like, all right, bro.
But play this. I don't think that's his plan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't get that from him.
Yeah, I'm not. But this is not a thing about what is expected of him. This is about what we expect as a people. And when you have to have that same level of energy and expectation and put that forth so that way he'd be like, oh, these motherfuckers ain't playing. And that's important. Right. That's important.
Okay.
Well, that's why Kamala Harris is supposed to be there. She's supposed to be, the person that's going to push our agenda, help out black people or whatever it is that she's supposed to do. But my thing is, everybody be like, oh man, just give her love because she a black woman. I feel you. I ain't got no problem with that. But I watched a video recently of a woman. I don't know. They were like having a debate or something like that. And the woman broke down everything Kamala Harris has done. You know what I'm saying? As far as to the black community, which ain't good. It ain't nothing good. So like, My whole thing for her is
my question is there's two questions that need to be asked.
okay.
Were the things that she prosecuted unwarranted?
Okay.
That's one.
You got to look at the crack era too. It was the crack era is at that was during that time too. So that had a lot to do.
Far back. It wasn't that far back.
For the crime bill, that shit was out of control.
I'm not talking about the crime bill. I'm talking about Kamala's when she was the.
She was a prosecutor. That was during the crack era too.
She wasn't.
Yeah, it was
that far back.
Yeah, it was
not that far back. No.
Yeah,
I think she like late 90s.
By the way, there's 328.2 million people that live in the United States as of 2019. As of 2019, and 140 million people voted. So that's almost half.
Well, you got to think some of that half is in jail. Some of that half in jail. Some of the other half can't vote.
I thought you couldn't vote at all. Oh yeah.
I don't know how it worked, but
I didn't know you could vote if you were a former inmate. I thought you couldn't vote anymore.
No, I think felons have the right to vote.
In certain states, yeah, they have like I think a time lapse that you can do up to, and you have to wait till or whatever it is. But
yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that were ex-convicts didn't even know they can vote. You know what I'm saying? Have no idea about that. So
I agree with that. I feel like if you could be straight and narrow for about 5 years, I think you should be able to vote.
Yeah,
you should anyway. If you serve your time and you're not a repeat offender, I think you should be able to vote.
Yeah,
that should just be. I think that should be automatic.
First coming out of prison, but I think you should be able to vote after a certain amount of time of showing that you got your life together.
I mean, that's like having your record expunged, though.
Yeah.
So,
but getting back on the whole Kamala Harris thing, man, I think.
Oh, but she wasn't. Yeah, that was the crime. The crime bill wasn't her. She wasn't even around that time. Like she, as a DA, I'm looking up the wiki right now. You know what I'm saying? Like she goes back to as a DA.
Probably 90s.
Not even, I don't think. Early career, 1990 to 2004. Deputy District Attorney in 1990. So yeah, I guess you got.
Yeah, that's still crackish.
That's late though.
Still crackish.
Well, the crime bill wasn't put until 94, so I mean, she probably was excited when that came in. Right when that came in.
At the same time, she's a prosecutor. Her job is to prosecute the laws that are put in front of her. That's her job. So, did she not do her job? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like
I think when you
did she not do her job? Because
I think it was a thing where you look at it as it's almost like somebody running up the score though. If you already know it's easy buckets, and
I mean, you catching people.
You doing that? To do her job. What would she have gotten?
I understand that there's a job to do.
Feel you.
But there is some type of moral code and conduct with that as well.
Which is why when she left the DA's office for 9 years, she was about criminal justice reform. For 9 years after she left being a DA, that's all she focused on was reform. She had to do her job, but she was focused on trying to change the rules when she left. 9 years. That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
I have a tough time dealing with that because of the simple fact that the people that she was locking up was from my hometown.
I feel you.
And I grew up there at that time when that was happening.
Afterward?
And let me explain. The feat that she accomplished was major. You cannot ever take that away from her, and I'm rooting for her to win. But also, it does not absolve anything that happened before in the past. We can't just put that away.
Damn near a decade of trying to get reforms enacted kind of helps your situation a lot. You kind of got to shoot us some bail on that.
I mean, you know, I guess it's value anywhere, man. But when I look at it, like I said, look at the cause and effect of all of that, and that's where it's hard at. You know, people that were permanently changed behind that, and I understand
you know people who potentially will never have to go through that because of her efforts.
Not a good point.
I'll give you that. She definitely has that. But I mean, as far as now where you're on the bigger platform, it's time to now like push for damn near everybody who got a weed sentence need to get out of jail.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
they need to start. A lot of stuff needs to start getting pushed like now. You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody that's in jail for 45 years over some cocaine or a little bit of crack or whatever, it's time to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody even selling crack no more. Let that nigga go. You know what I'm saying? He got to figure out his life. But I mean, it's just at this point, it's like, what else can they do to help black people? That's more or less what I want to know now at this point. Because I mean, is they gonna? I know Biden said he ain't doing no defunding the police. So what are you gonna do to make them better service us rather than nigga being out here killing us?
His point about defunding the police is about not defunding the police is at the end of the day, if somebody breaking your house tonight, who you calling? So that's number one. What he is trying to do is have situations where people who are trained professionals for different response techniques. If somebody is mentally unstable, then there's somebody in that field that will ride along with the police and try to de-escalate the situation. And the police are only there if the situation gets completely out of hand.
Yeah, but who are they to make that judgment? Because you know they're gonna have some shit where they like, oh, it's automatic.
I'm sure it'll be the judgment call of the professional that is there. So if there's a mental health professional that's there with the cops and stuff gets out of hand and then they ask for help, then it is what it is. But the whole point of it now is to aim at de-escalation. You know
yeah, which is an important thing to have, and if you're gonna push for that program to go, I'm all for that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if you're not gonna defund the police when it comes to that, and I wasn't a big proponent to defund the police either. I thought it was always a sense of what are we gonna do to build? What are we gonna do to build and make better? How are we gonna improve this? How are we gonna improve the shit? Why you want to take away from it? Why not improve it? We already know what some of the key to success there is having homegrown officers that are in the community that been there. That's one of the most important things.
This Joe the policeman, he knows how to deal with crazy Kima.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I know. Hey, bro, he might know my mom and them, and him saying that, you know what I'm saying, he gonna talk to my family might work way better than any type of force that he might, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
I hear you.
There should be community policing. It needs to happen. It needs to be, you live in the community, you police the community, you know the community. That's what would stop a lot of these police shootings.
Yeah, I mean,
stupid.
If defunding the police is off the table, which is something that they're probably, or I'm pretty sure they're not going to do.
But you know, defunding the police never was 100% defunding, right? Even
absolutely.
Screaming defunding the police. Okay.
But reparations are in order. That needs to happen. That needs to be at the forefront. There's important. Reparations for African Americans is important. I think that is just period. Reparations in general needs to happen.
I'm trying to figure out how would they do it though. Like what exactly how would you do it?
You do that with any other program. You just was cutting checks for $1,200 a family.
No, you're talking about reparations for those who have been affected by police brutality.
No, I'm talking about in general. I'm talking
about
people
all blacks to get money.
Right.
I was like, nigga, I don't know.
Hey,
I've been asking for that a long time.
Hey, reparations for slavery. I mean, if you got lineage, you got slave lineage, then you should be able to be in line to get reparations.
My question with reparations is this. So you're talking about the current generation is the generation that's going to get the reparations. So when your kids don't aren't affected by slavery. So reparations takes care of them having to deal with the after effects of slavery. Are they do reparations as well?
You can say the same thing about Native Americans. You can say the same. You can say the same thing because their
honestly,
children and their children's children are entitled.
casinos.
Aren't their
They,
right? And right, exactly.
they
Which
got
we were supposed to
casinos,
get
and they're still
40 acres and a mule. We're supposed to get
screwed.
40 acres and a mule.
They still are dealing with a whole lot.
And I get that.
I'll take a casino though.
Hey, I understand that, but the fact is they did get something in regards to that, and they got something that was something that was regulated and something that was given out to people that qualify for that. And I think that you cannot just take slavery and throw that shit in the box and be like, part of history. Like you can't do that.
I don't want no casino. Well, I do want a casino.
I was about to say I want a casino. Please give me one.
I don't want something that is a band-aid because I don't care how much casino money. Like put it like this, and might be ignorant me speaking. I'm not gonna lie because I don't know, but I've yet to see. Like, are those Indian casinos even on the same par as those Vegas casinos or even Thunder Valley? Like, is that like
they're bred it up?
Making money. They
bred it up. They are. I'm gonna tell you. And that means my boy Clinton that I recognize as my brother is Indian and and does take part in that, and it's helped his family. And that shit is not for play. They for real about community and breaking that money up and getting it where it needs to go. That shit ain't just patting somebody's pockets out there and they just sitting on it. They actually are taking care of their families. So, and that's what I'm looking at as far as reparations is concerned. I think that's important, man. We have to be able to find a way to be able to get that done because there's people that got slave lineage. I'm pretty sure all of us got some type of slave lineage in our family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that I feel that we should be entitled to that because of the simple fact of what our ancestors had to go through and what we still have to go through today as African Americans, Black women and men.
I mean, I like the way it sounds. I just don't know how they do it.
I don't know how it looks.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's somebody that's a lot smarter than me that'll figure that shit out. And when they do, sign me up, please.
I just don't want no funky $1,200 check.
No.
And being like reparations. Like if you don't get, like my thing is if you're gonna do something, it needs to be meaningful. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not something that's residual or meaningful or lucrative, don't play me blood money.
I just want some shit that's just not gonna be like a cat toy like they do with this fucking like what they did with this money for this COVID money and shit. Like it's like, oh, okay, we gonna give you something, but we'll wait till after the election. We'll see what happens, and then if it happens, we'll see about it. Maybe we won't. It's like you playing with people's lives. You playing with people's businesses.
Mm-hmm.
People businesses going under and shit. People is getting kicked out of their houses, not being able to pay their rent, and then
let's stop and talk about that. The whole rent situation is really jacked up. I think the pressure from those landlords should be lifted so they can in turn lift the pressure off their tenants. Because there should no reason why someone who is barely making ends meet should be kicked out on the street. And honestly, we're a hop, skip, and a jump from that being a reality.
Yeah.
But I understand that those landlords need to make money too. So with that being said, there needs to be some type of forgiveness for them, for their bills, which would in turn allow the tenants to be forgiven, and so we can get on the other side of this thing. But that would take decency, and honestly, it would take people giving away stuff for free because you still need power, you still need water, you still need garbage service, you still need all these things, and basically it's gonna take all of that in order for it. Like there's a domino effect that would need to happen in order for to be able to sustain this, and it's everybody needs their money. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching a thing on CNN, and they were saying this shit ain't gonna be right until 2024
Yikes!
for this shit to be financially worked out as far as this COVID shit. Like, dude, we talking another 3 years before we can even get.
Too. That's what's crazy. And if they projected that far out, and they added like another year and a half to 2 years on it.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, you got to think about it, man. I mean, everybody was looking towards the new year to go, okay, shit will open up then. No, it's not. The reality is we know that unless a vaccine is made, we're not opening shit up. And when the vaccine gets made, it's gonna have to cycle throughout a whole year and make sure that nobody's growing an extra arm out their back and no stupid shit like that, or people ain't dying over that shit.
I'll let y'all know.
You know, it's
know
like
the first people getting it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they already got something. They said it's like 90%. It cures 90% or whatever.
Yeah, but you know who the first people is gonna get it.
Hell yeah! That's why I ain't doing none of that shit, man. I'm sitting my ass in the house. I'm not finna fuck with that.
Oh no, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about this. I'm talking about my job.
Oh yeah.
We the first is gonna get it.
You know the fucked up thing about COVID too, man, is like I don't know if any of y'all know any long haulers. Dude, they have it bad.
Like
I know long haulers are people that have COVID and they have after the 2 weeks, they have symptoms that can linger on up until 6 months.
Yikes.
I've been hearing about that.
I know a couple of long haulers and their lives are miserable, dude. Like there's nothing like waking up and feeling like, when am I ever going to get better? And they're still doing that. That's crazy.
Are they older?
One of the people I know is older, and one of the people I know is kind of, you know, a little in the 30s.
That's crazy.
And they're long haulers. That shit is no joke, dude. Like if it hits the right person in the right circumstances, you be fucked up for a long time with COVID, man. That's why I'm scared to get that shit, because I got hella pre-existing conditions. I got the whole smorgasbord of that shit. I got the fucking high blood pressure. I got the diabetes. I got all that shit. So if I get COVID, I might be fucked up for a minute, and that's what scares me. Anybody that has to deal with that, man, these long haulers, man, my heart goes out to them, because they literally deal with like these symptoms that just don't go away, dude. Like,
but you know what's funny is I feel like a lot of our COVID practices have gotten very, very lax as a country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people hate wearing the mask, so that's serious. Like, it's just like nobody cares.
People are, if you had a sniffle or like congestion. Now, granted, it's different for California because we didn't deal with all these wildfires and stuff like that, and the season is changing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But when this thing first started, like, I'm a little nasally right now, and like people would be like, "Oh my god." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not like that anymore. And I feel like it's from that to, like you said, people just not wearing a mask at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple different places I can go in this town that I'm in, and I know for a complete fact they're not going to be wearing a mask.
Yep. That's all through the county, man. That's all through the county. I do it. I go to the little Power Mart up the street. You walk up in there, nobody got masks. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, they only shutting us down. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like they only shutting down Sacramento County, all of the Sacramento area. So Roseville still be open and stuff like that, but they shutting us down over here completely. Like, we ain't able to do nothing. I don't know when they starting that, but it's in talk.
My good friends that are barbers that got barbershops, dude, I feel so bad for them because they not going outside to cut nobody's hair. Not in this cold. They're not doing that. And even some of them, they try to find a way and be like, man, all right, man, hey, just text me. I'm in the back door. You know what I'm saying? And do that. But feasibly to say that your business is closed effectively ends you being able to get in contact with most people that you get in contact with.
I know a lot of barbers that started cutting out their garage because the state can't regulate that. They can't regulate you being in the store, and that's an acceptable level of risk that you and your customer are taking at that time.
Yeah.
So
true.
Tell them start cutting out their garage, baby.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah, I need to find me a barber.
My homeboy got a barber school, and man, if you can't, man, it's they just got popping and back open again too, and then now they probably got to shut that shit down again, man. I'm like,
that's different.
It's just awful, dude. It's awful.
Yeah, I gotta find me a new barber, anyways. Mine charging $45 for a haircut. I ain't even got that much hair. I was like, bro, I can't go to you no more.
I remember when haircuts used to cost $10.
Shit, I remember when your daddy used to cut your hair for free and he used to fuck it up. I used to have that all day.
I actually used to be able to
True.
go to the barbershop, get your haircut, get an ill part, maybe the ill like crazy designs might have cost you an extra $5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
I stay with that.
Like maybe no higher than like $15-$20 for a cut.
I remember this. I remember this time, man, when I was a kid, and I saved my money up, and I wanted to be big shit and get my own fucking go pay for my own haircut. Yeah. And I told my mom, I'm like, I'm going to get my haircut. She was like, where you going? I said, I got money. I'm gonna go get my own haircut. Where you going? I'm going to Supercuts. I went into Supercuts, man, and sat in the chair. And first of all, I sat in the chair.
First of all, your mom was a G.
Oh yeah, and then look. So then, wait. So then I get in the chair, and I get in this Asian lady's chair, dude.
Oh no.
So I didn't know the rules. I was a kid. I didn't know the rules. So I got in there, man. And I told her, I was like, man, could you fade my hair? And she looked at me and was like, and it's almost like she was trying to figure that shit out, and she was just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just give it the whole college try, man. Oh, she fucked my head up so tough, dude. So tough.
Yeah, I've had a woman cut my hair before, though.
Mom said when you walk back in the crib.
Oh, she told me, you knew what the fuck was gonna happen. This is what you get. Now you got to go to school looking like that. Now you look like. How you feel about that?
Why of all places though? Why you go to Supercuts?
Because he's a little kid. And he saw
stupid ass little kid. I was a stupid ass little kid.
Man, back in the day, my mom used to have us ride around.
Supercuts.
We used to look for any barbershop that looked run down. If we smelled any weed around that motherfucker, that's where we went. My mom stayed at those type of spots. I used to get my hair cut by a nigga named Tone. We used to say, every time he cut a nigga head, he'd tell the next person, hold on real quick, I gotta go to my car. That nigga go smoke half his blunt, come back, cut your shit up. And if your hair taking too long, he might, hey, hold on, be right back. Go back to the car, light up the blunt again. That was the type of niggas we knew. So, I mean, yeah, it was rough, though.
It'd be funny to me, if we're talking about barbers, what's funny is me and on Cassie be on the phone the whole time.
Man. I don't know how niggas be looking at their phone like you got a nigga staring at your shit. Like, I don't want nobody looking at my shit.
Day, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't get up off the phone.
Nah. Shout out to the homie Rick Fame, man. Rick Fame don't do you like that. Fame take care of me, man. Fame take care of me.
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to say you was on the phone.
Nah, Fame don't do that shit.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, but you know what though? He do.
You good?
I be in the chair getting cut by that fool, man. He be having my ass cracking up, dude, and he be trying to make me laugh when he be fucking lining me up, and I'll be like, man, we can't do this. We are crying like in tears, like, stomach hurting.
Why would you? I kind of look at it like, why would you do that? Because you're responsible for my lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody should be the most serious person in that situation, is to be the barber. But I swear to you, I've been to so many barbers that will try to make you laugh, lining up your mustache or lining up the head.
Dude, I hate that. And I'm like, nigga, if you don't turn the clippers off while I'm laughing and let me get this laugh out.
I ain't never had that.
You still trying to no, nah, man, stop. No, cut that shit off. Cut it off. Let me cycle through this laughter real quick, and then we'll straighten up.
Shit. I will say this though, Supercuts be giving you what the hot towel and the massage and all that stuff.
No, that's Sport Clips.
Oh, there you go.
I ain't never heard of them either.
It's one of them.
That's Sports
One
Clips.
of them.
I ain't never been to Sports Clips, but I've heard about it.
Then again, I mean, I don't particularly want another dude to give me the, But anyway, the point is, it's like it's a lot of extra cool stuff you get at other barbers. Like when I first walked in and I seen some of these barbers you can get beer there. I was like, oh, we doing this now? That's cool.
That sound like straight out of barbershop when they talked about that place across the street, Supercuts. Like they was like, oh, they got fish in the bottom, bro. You can pull them out, cook them motherfuckers, and eat it right there. Like, oh hell no, nigga, where they got that at? I don't know, man. A barbershop like that.
You was about to get a fake beard?
Who? Who else?
I said Sandman's about to get a fake beard.
He's about to get laced up,
bro. No, I do not get a laced front beard. Hello.
Look,
Dude,
man, them things be crazy.
The lace front waves, bro. I was like, why? How do you get away with this shit?
Dude, the dude did a lace front, like he put locks on his head and already were braided and everything.
Yeah.
But it has like, you can see the net on that motherfucker though, so he looks hella dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, step out, talk to a female if you want. Nigga, they look to the side and see that shit, they gonna dog you out, bro. You got a fucking net on your head. Like, could you bald as shit and then you just take that shit? Oh man, hell no. I can't, bro. When I lose all mine, I'm just gonna lose it. Fuck it.
That's me. That's what I'll be telling my barber, man. I'll be telling my boy, man. I said, hey. He hit me with the hair dye one time, and I said, no more enhancements, bro. I can't do it. I can't be out here. They'll call you out. Oh man,
that's a cool situation,
bro. You ain't that black up top, man. Stop tripping.
We used to have our choir director used to do that shit. He used to put, you could tell on Sundays because like regular days of the week, nothing. It be looking patchy and all that. But when Sunday come, Beijinged out. This boy had so much Beijing on his chin and then on his head, and he would play that piano and that shit get to coming down. Oh, dude. Every time.
My thing is this. Let's talk about the Beijing.
Why people do it?
First of all, I maybe did Beijing one time, and I was like, you know what? This is stupid.
It's too thick. It's too black. Like, there's no way your shit is just jet black. That's not happening.
No, not even for like my beard. I think it was like, when it first came out and it was the Beijing for the hairline to keep it crispy. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Man. Man, that was JD, man. JD was fucking Beijing the shit, dude. He was at my house. And he Beijing his fucking beard, man. He left all little black spots all on my fucking counter, man. I was so mad at that nigga. I was like, man, if you don't, bruh, why we got all these black dots? Why my fucking counter look like a Dalmatian?
Oh shit, bro.
At the same time, I guess, the new Beijing is microblading for the girls. You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty much. They be so serious. I got to get my shit microbladed. Like, girl, you barely got anything.
It be looking dope, man. I can't lie.
No, sometimes they get a tattoo. They get a tattoo too.
My mom got hers tattooed.
Some of it look cool. Some of it don't. Some of it look like you look like the fucking Riddler out here.
You look interested in everything.
Everything is
super shaped, thicker joints. I think it looks good. It does look good.
Get your surprise ass out here.
That's tattooing. There's a strong difference between microblading and tattooing.
Oh man.
Strong difference.
Yeah, I mean, I did the Beijing thing, but I hated it because when they did that shit, you go to the club because you're getting the cut for the club. So I used to go there. Dancing with a girl, and then all of a sudden my shit hella black right here, just dripping on my shit.
Yep.
Dude, I lost so many girls with that shit. Yeah. I don't understand anybody that's like above the age of 32 got a problem with just being bald. Everybody's idol was Michael Jordan back in the day. Now niggas don't want to be Jordan. Now niggas don't care about being a Jordan.
Dude,
fuck it.
Did you see? Have y'all seen Kevin Durant shit?
No, that looked like dirty. It looked like a dirty tennis ball.
Yo, he didn't try to like do some little dreadnoughts in his hair, and he still got an issue with his head where it's like missing patches and shit, dude. That shit look like the old sandlot at the park
Well,
telling
with
you.
the little patches of grass everywhere.
Yeah, he got. I don't know why he even do that every year. At the beginning of the season, it'd be smooth, crisp. By like game 10, that should be like going all up in here, and he trying to save it for the rest of the season. I'd be like, bro, get that shit up.
Ball too, though.
For real, Kobe did it. Everybody did it. Just go.
Yeah,
it's your bald year. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go for your bald year now.
Nah, the thing is that nigga got a weird ass head. That's why he don't want to go bald.
Fuck it. You have to give it up. Kevin Durant got to give it up too. He reminded me of my old self back when I was like 7. I had all that dandruff and shit and flake. Shit, that's how it should be looking.
You got the turtle head.
Yeah.
that UV cap that's got the red lights supposed to make you grow hair.
Yeah, they need to get that up.
Head looking like Ball Bull on Mike Tyson Punch Out and shit.
Telling you, Kevin Durant make my head hurt, man. I can't stare at his hair too long. That shit look disgusting. That shit look like he been getting noogies for all his life, nigga. Just every day, just they been nigga. Your shit fucked up. Like, fuck that, man. I can't do it.
KD is lucky he paid, boy. He lucky he paid because man, I don't know who's gonna hang out. I don't know who's gonna hang out with him like that.
I don't know, man. Look at Wayne. Look at Wayne. Wayne been in the game for hella long. Look at him now. Wayne probably still pull a chip.
We don't speak about Lil Wayne.
We don't. We can't talk about. Y'all. I love that man. He's the greatest of all time. But we gotta talk about the hair, man.
He's excommunicated.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely with the shit he's done. With the shit he's done, I feel you. I ain't fucking with his music no more either. But the hair on that nigga has got to change. Like that shit looks disgusting. I ain't never seen no dookie locks like that. That shit is beyond Florida. That shit's some scary shit. Right I'm telling you, I was like, God damn, how you do that?
Excommunicated. He's excommunicated. 50 is excommunicated, and lightweight kind of Ice Cube is right now too.
Ice Cube, I don't know what he up to, man. He don't make no sense. He kind of lost right now,
dude. That's one of my idols too, and that's why it was hard to deal with it. And I think at the beginning when people were saying, I was like, oh, we gotta let it play out because I don't know, maybe he's just trying to, leverage the party against each other and get what he needs. And I'm like, all right, because I read the contract for the contract for Black people in America. I think it was okay as far as how it was written, but when it got down to it and he started doing shit like, okay, well, let's go ahead and ship off pieces so that Trump could put it in his plan, and then Trump high-fiving you like you his black friend again. It's like, come on, man.
Look at my African American over here.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It looked bad. It just looked bad. It looked bad. I think Cube got burnt though. I think it was, he got burnt. He got burnt. I
don't think he's as far gone as Ye or Wayne or 50. But,
yeah.
But these are 3 individuals who I never would in a million years think would back.
50-50 just like being rich, man.
I can only say for so much. I can't say for so much, man. Yeah, but here's the thing: to the detriment of your own people, you want to be rich.
You see how you talk about people?
He's been selfish his whole life, though.
I was like 50 showing that he don't give a fuck about nobody but 50.
I don't even know what you expected from him. He's always done shit like this, dude.
I expect him to be a black man.
You did, but
he harasses black men.
But he's a black man that loves being rich, and so he does love being rich shit, and he does this type of shit all the time. So it's not shocking to me when he did it. I wasn't like,
but you got rich off the back of another black man.
Didn't matter.
Say it's shady all you want, but that was Dre.
Dre is who you are.
You got rich off the back of another black man. Because if I'm not mistaken, M is signed to Dre, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Very
sir.
True.
So, you what up?
All right, so D-Rock, you the only one in here that got a team that's worth the shit right now in the NFL.
Listen, man, just keep paying attention to the Raiders, man. They on the right path. Our defense sucks. I'm not even finna front y'all and act like we got any chance on defense. We suck. We need to spend some money. I think Earl Thomas need to go ahead and come to the Raiders. But you know, they're not gonna do that. I don't know. The Raiders always feel like we good where we're at. No, we're not, motherfucker. Stop playing that bullshit. I'm serious. We need some help. We need some help.
We are. I think Sandman and I are both in the generic pantry as far as players are concerned. They literally just pulling people off the street.
Like, Sandman, you like the Cowboys, right?
All I know is there's a quarterback that is ready to play right now.
Who are you talking about? Who you want?
Oh, yeah.
There's a quarterback that is absolutely ready to play right now.
Y'all talking about getting Jameis Winston? Y'all finna go get him?
Ain't nobody going to get
eat that W. Eat that W. That's what he was doing.
Ain't nobody going to get the crab stealer.
Hey, isn't he in Tampa? Not Tampa Bay. He's in
New Orleans.
Jameis Winston. He's in New Orleans.
He played against his old team.
Not a bad place for him.
Go get Mr. I'm gonna put crabs in my pants.
Man, hey, like listen.
Nobody's going to get him.
He was working on his footwork with the crabs in his pants. That's all, man. He was just doing some shit.
Why?
Mr. Fucking somebody gonna catch it.
Man, I seen Des Bryant. Oh shit! You stupid for that one. Nah, but I seen Des Bryant. He played a little bit for the Ravens. I seen him. He did his thing. Well, he didn't really do much, but at least he got to play.
I didn't see he got any points at all.
He didn't get nothing, but he got to be on the field. He got to finally come back and say, "I'm on the field now."
You know who looked hella pedestrian?
Who?
Antonio Brown.
Man, 3 catches, 31 yards.
And they were talking about, well, you know what? You can just go ahead and book that ticket to the Super Bowl for Tom Brady. And he went out there, and Tom Brady took a shit last week.
They gonna play each other again in the playoffs. That's where it's gonna matter. They gotta play each other again.
And I don't think they're gonna beat it. Spank their ass again.
I don't know.
They do not have the offense to fuck with New Orleans. They cannot match score for score with New Orleans.
The only reason I say that's not true because us is the fucking Raiders. We came in and we put work in on them motherfuckers. Granted, they didn't have Michael Thomas, so when they don't have their best players, they fucking struggle.
Bro, that was early in the season with no preseason.
Hey, I don't give a fuck, man. Win is a win. Don't do that. Win is a win.
Man, I'm talking about the expectations of what the team is now as opposed to what it was then. You talking about two or three games into the season?
Yeah,
preseason.
But you talking about they gave us out of what 10 games so far. They've only given us a win. Reality, as far as when it comes to analysts, they only gave us a win. I think only in 1 or 2 games.
Why do you care about what the analysts say? Analysts say we.
Because everybody hates on the Raiders. Everybody hates on the Raiders. We have to always go out here and prove a point. Got to go out here and show people shit.
Don't tell me again how everybody hates on your team.
Dude, the Cowboys, y'all been good at some point.
Then.
Y'all been good at some point. Y'all fuck up your own shit.
Everybody makes it a point to hate on your team.
Listen, I don't know what y'all finna do with y'all team. The quarterback situation is going to be – I don't know what's going to happen next year. And we all even have a coach next year. That's the question, too, because everybody keeps saying they're going to fire that man, but I don't think they should. I think he's a good coach.
My thing is this. If you allow Jason Garrett to coach for 11 straight seasons with the most mediocre scorecard in life, you at least owe Mike McCarthy too.
Yeah. Oh, McCarthy ain't going nowhere. He ain't going not with Dak going down. I think if Dak played the whole season and played like shit, they may talk about him leaving. But with the fact that Dak went down, there's nothing you can do about that. You lose your starter. You lose your starting quarterback. That's the linchpin of your shit, dude. You got nobody to throw the ball to nobody. It's like,
but do they?
Another black man. I am so upset that he is not going to get what he deserves.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
All of that money, and he's not going to get it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He ain't got no contract.
He's not going to get it. Period. Because basically now they're going to be his next year back is going to be an assessment year. You know what I'm saying? So he's not. They're gonna franchise tag him again, right? And then when he plays, if he's not 150% back to being Dak, he's not gonna be able to command the money that he actually deserves to get.
Yeah.
So why not? If I'm Dak, why not just if he give you a franchise tag, I'd be like, no, I'm not signing that. Sit out, wait out the year, because at the end of the day, they're gonna draft a quarterback. Whether it's the first, second round, third, fourth, it don't matter. The Cowboys are drafting another quarterback.
It depends on the health of Andy Dalton too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Anthony Dalton's going to be the answer for y'all, man. He too old.
I knew that.
I think you got to draft a quarterback regardless.
Yeah.
But what the fuck Andy Dalton's doing?
Or maybe he goes.
We need a Kyler Murray.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they go over to the Eagles and say, "Yo, let us get Jalen Hurts from you." I mean, that's the next best thing.
Off anybody who wore a Eagles jersey.
You gotta let that go. They might be good. DeMarco Murray was great until he went to the Eagles. That nigga was trash. He was trash.
He was great in Dallas. He was
decent on the Titans, but yeah, he was trash when he was in the Philly. I feel you, but I mean,
I feel like this. I can't stand Philly fans, and I'll say this online, and I don't care. Can't stand Philly fans. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they've been the most mediocre team for years and talk the most trash. They get one Super Bowl, and they act like they're the most dynasty franchise in the world. You got one. Talk to me when you get 5.
Yeah, see.
And then they're quick to be like, well, you
or
get 5,
or
you
6.
get 5 in your lifetime. You get 5. When was the last time you got 5? You was a kid. Cool. It took y'all how long to get 1?
Look, I'm waiting for my Raiders to get 2 more so I can finally hang out with everybody and talk my shit.
I got no issues with the Raiders, man. I got 0 issues with the Raiders. Honestly,
yeah, we ain't got no problems.
The one year that we went, I think it was like 13-1, and like y'all was on a tear as well. I think this is when Carr first got there.
Yeah.
Well, not first got there. I think he had been there like for like 2.
His 3rd year.
Yeah.
I guess we had that 12-4 season.
Great, and everybody's projecting that it was going to be the Cowboys and the Raiders in the Super Bowl. I wanted to see it.
One day we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, you ain't the only one. We got some reevaluating to do, man. I think Garoppolo ass is on the way out. I think he's going back to New England next year. Yeah, I think he's going back to New England next year.
You know who the Niners going for, man. The Niners finna go ahead and call over to the Packers and say what's up with Aaron Rodgers. I know y'all got Jordan Love.
No, they're not.
Man, y'all looking for Aaron Rodgers.
No, they're not. Let me tell you why. Because Shanahan wants to go get a quarterback that he can groom himself. He not trying to take no quarterback from nowhere else. He wants to bring in his own guy and groom his own guy. There is
who's your third string right now?
Beathard.
Nick Mullins.
Beathard.
Mullins don't look bad though, bro.
Dude, he does. I'm gonna tell you why. The problem with Mullins is that he's really good when things are going good and they have really. He's trash when things go bad.
Okay.
He cannot seem to quarterback through issues. He's careless with the ball at needless times, and he always looked good coming in mop up duty because they playing fucking prevent. They playing just El Matador defense. So you gonna run hella good stats and be like, oh, Mullins looked hella good. I was like, yeah, because we was down by 30, nigga. Like, of course. He for 2 touchdowns with everybody standing back in the end zone waiting for him to drive 90 yards.
Oh, shit.
Get out of here, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was really surprised with Gilbert, too. I was super surprised.
And he actually looked pretty good. He looked like he got his feet underneath him, man. That kid looked good.
But apparently he had been, this ain't his first rodeo. He'd been around for a while. He just didn't have the opportunity in the start. Like, apparently he was a stud in was it Texas? You know what I'm saying? And like arena football when he was playing it. But granted, he's still not Dak status, but he's got to get. I feel like with enough games, he could possibly be decent. I'm not saying he's like the great Dallas Hope, but I think he'll be better than a game manager, especially the fact that we got 19 up on the Steelers, which I was totally not expecting us to win that game. But the fact
that was good though.
The final score, like the first time we weren't playing from behind, which is insane because that's where we normally play from. We always allow the opposing team to get a lead, and then we have to always play from behind. And then Dak will do some magical stuff and get 400 yards in a game, and we still lose. Which is because we always take our time and have a slow start. It's annoying, man. And the thing is, I feel like I think I'm starting to not like Kellen Moore a lot because I feel like Kellen Moore is super predictable. The only time you ever see Zeke in the backfield is when he's getting the ball.
That's true. That is true.
It's
True.
super predictable. Like,
Yeah.
dude, run some schemes. Like they had crazy schemes for this last game with Gilbert. It's just like where was all this at when you had the most elite quarterback you could have?
They feel like they had to pull that shit out though, because they was going to rely on Dak's talent as opposed to trying to rely on scheme with him. And
Yeah.
so
Yep.
with Gilbert, they figure that we got to do all of this, just trickery and all this type of shit, and run all this different shit in order to get people open.
But
And that's
use that period. Not to mention, I'm super mad at Zeke. Nigga, we paid you a lot of money.
He seemed like he giving up.
yeah.
And, no, where's the nigga that was hurling people? Where's that guy?
Yeah, he ain't doing that. I think a lot of players now is making a lot of business decisions based on this COVID shit.
He might be a front runner.
No. For the people watching, that's gonna be like, it's stupid to think he's gonna hurdle people. He was making great plays, getting first downs with authority prior to getting paid. He got paid, and then he conked out.
Yeah, and even that. Look at what you got to look at it, and the season is not going anywhere. So the minute that they understand that the season is over, for all intents and purposes, it is. Then they got to start making, just like you said, they got to start making business decisions. Maybe I'll go down a little bit. Maybe I'll go down a little bit easier. Maybe I'll protect my knees. Maybe
Save myself for next year.
Maybe I won't try to get that extra yard. What am I getting it for?
Yeah.
We're not doing shit. So
one more thing. Let's just say this is the ball, right? This is the old Red Bull. Actually, I think it's a Korean Red Bull. I have one. Anyway, why are we holding the ball like this?
You cradling it.
No, that's not cradling.
So is that why Zach was fumbling?
This is cradling the ball. When did we stop holding the ball like this?
It's this new generation, man. You got the new generation.
It's supposed to be high. It's high. They do the high and tight. The high and tight now.
High and tight gets fumbles. You not fumbling this. Good luck.
You're right. I give you that.
What happened to this? I don't understand it. I really don't. And every running back runs like this instead of like this.
They think it's a speed advantage though, for them to run like that. They think it's a speed advantage.
You can keep it like this until you see somebody coming and then tuck that mug. How come they do this crap?
Yeah.
What is that? Who's the running back coaches that have said, yeah, you know what, this is the greatest way to hold the ball?
Wakanda forever.
Like, who's doing that? I don't understand that.
Shit, I wish our defensive players would realize that everybody runs like this because we need strips, and our team is like I think our team is the only team that don't strip the ball from nobody. It's like everybody else's team learn how to strip ball. That's what they work on in practice. Our team don't work on that shit at all.
They invent ways to strip the ball from us.
Yeah, they do get creative. They do. Some of these players is creative as hell how they get the ball out of nigga hand, but
I guarantee you, if you hold the ball like this, you're not getting stripped. The only way they get you is if maybe they pop up an elbow, but guess what? I still got this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what happened to holding the ball like that? I really don't understand it.
So y'all listen to any music?
Yeah. Let's take a moment to appreciate Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
Hold on.
This man had to take off.
Right? I'm pretty sure whatever it is going to be entertaining.
Definitely.
Just came in the mail. Just came in the mail. Super excited.
Oh, you bought it? Okay. Oh, it's a signed one. Oh, that's dope.
Oh shit. Okay, whose album is that?
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, I couldn't even see it. I couldn't even tell.
Straight sign.
That's hard though.
And I saw him signing them, and you could tell that that's a real marker. This is a legit signed copy of ELE2. I am flabbergasted. Dude, I'm the biggest Busta Rhymes stan, period. So, bro, I am Not even gonna open this.
No, you shouldn't.
Not even gonna open
That'd be
this.
dumb. What would you do that for? Dude,
I'm
that
like,
album was amazing, man. It was amazing. Considering
but
the
I'm
fact
mad
that
at him for the Reloaded though. Bruh, this ain't got none of the Reloaded tracks on it. And the joint he did, what's the name of the joint? The new joint.
the one with him and him.
No, I haven't heard a chance to hear it yet. Because I just found out about the Reloaded joint, I think like yesterday. I was so mad.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that album a lot, man. I think I definitely need to listen to it again. I've just been trying to take in as much new music as possible. Yeah. Buster, that shit was a head. That shit was a head turner, man. That shit was a head turner.
Who are you? Crack. The Purge is my favorite one on this. Number 2, The Purge. I can listen to The Purge on repeat.
Oh, the old dirty bastard one was dope too. What was that?
It was dope. But
that was dope. I like that one.
Purge. The Purge made me want to go strap up. You know what I'm saying? Click clack, get it in. Like you might convince me to rob something. And I'm a peaceful person.
Just bring a whole different person out of you right there, huh?
Hey, bro, you trying to go put in this work? Yeah, let's go. Let's go do this.
Yeah, I have. I'm torn between album of the year between him and Benny. Man, I don't know which one is album of the year for me. Benny's album was great. So. It was great. Benny's album is great, dude. It's just
over Conway's?
It's for me. That's why I love it. It's for me.
Over Kanye?
Over
Conway's?
Over Conway's album, yes. It's for me. That's for me. I love Conway's album. Don't get me wrong. I love Conway's album too. Another album that was dope that I highly suggest you listen to, Lyric Jones album, Closer Than They Appear.
Okay.
Fonte produced it. It is
like produced it.
He produced it. Lyric Jones, Closer Than They Appear, produced the album. It is
like executive produced it or produced it.
He EP'd it. Go listen, dude.
No, I thought you meant
Fonte do beats too. Fonte do beats too.
Since
that
when?
ain't new.
Since when?
Where you been at?
Fonte don't do no beats.
Yes, he does.
What beat he did?
I gotta go back in my archives, which I don't have. Oh, of course he's gonna do his Googles. Go do your Googles. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
You already know.
Go ahead and do it.
I'm doing it. Fonte don't produce. And that's not taking nothing away from me because I'm a fan of Fonte. But Fonte don't produce. Ninth Wonder, that's old little brother. Ninth Wonder or Symbolic One or
Crisis.
Crisis for sure.
Crisis is my dude. Crisis is my dude, man.
Yeah, I got a love-hate relationship with Crisis. I love-hate relationship with Crisis. I love Crisis to death, but I definitely went to an standard and he clowned me for something. And I was kind of like, not really feeling it right now, dog. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he kind of clowned me. I'll link in the description. I'll put it in the description. You judge for yourself. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. We'll put it in the description. We'll put the link to it.
You got a couple on here. You got a couple producer credits. I'm trying to go to Larry Jones and check her shit real quick. I was really impressed with that album, though, man. I was really impressed with it. And it's just people give shit to female MCs, but I'm telling you, man, that girl can rap. And there's some ones that's out right now as far as they just MCs now. It's not female now. It's just MCs that they can rap. And of course, Rhapsody, Sierra Noir, dope. Like they're just man, it's so much dope hip hop talent out there that are females right now, man.
I'd actually like to see Rhapsody and Digga on one song.
We probably would get that. It might have gotten it already and just don't know it.
Yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Because people sleep on Digga. But Digga is an animal. And I've seen this joint on. I've been watching a whole bunch of Busta lately, as far as like him being on the 85 South show and him doing drink champs and stuff like that. And he was basically, it was on one of those platforms that he was basically saying that like he's had to tell Digga to kind of chill, Digga, chill, because she'll just be raw, and he's had to pull reins on her because she could eat dudes alive, and she doesn't get the respect she deserves. Digga's an animal.
I think the people that really know what's up, man. They know what's up with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So D-Rock, you been listening to anything, man? No.
Nah, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Not lately. I mean, I watched the BET Hip Hop Awards and I listened to some of the ciphers, which was cool to hear. Some of them, I like the Jamaican one. Then they had the females do Brandy's song "I Want to Be Down." Yeah, that shit was hard. I like that. Other than that, man, I actually been playing this one guy. His name is Toby Ngaiwe or something like that.
Hey, he's dope.
That dude,
Toby
I
is
like
dope,
that.
Dude. Hey,
I like that dude.
Man, go fuck with Toby, man.
Yeah, he the black dude, got that like his hair is nappy as hell. He old school. He like old school type guy.
You're talking about. He's the one that had that song about Breonna Taylor.
Yeah. He got a song called "Try Jesus" that I fucks with hard, and his wife actually can spit. Me. Oh man, I'm telling you, that shit go hard. That one, and then there's a song called I think it's called "Eat" with his wife. He got his wife on it. Her name Fat. She can spit. Like they a dynamic duo.
Whole aesthetic is because his whole aesthetic seemed real cultish.
It can come off with that vibe with that quarantine project. It could definitely come off with that vibe.
Toby's hard, man.
But he definitely is for his people. You know what I'm saying? I do like that.
That's no question.
Yeah, he definitely a huge supporter.
I'm laughing at that, like just the aesthetic of it. But I know
yeah.
Sure.
No, I feel that. But yeah, he definitely. I like listening to him. So far, that's like kind of like the newest person I've been listening to. I'm still waiting for my originals. You know, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar to come out with something. They feel like they taking a long time.
He's making a rock album.
See, I ain't trying to hear all that shit. Yeah, I might have to just to see what it's like. See if he got like a perfect setup to it. Because I mean, I don't really like rock music, but if it has like a certain vibe to it, maybe I'll change my mind. Shit, maybe I'll rock with it.
Rock music, love it. Yeah. I definitely love Sandman. That's for sure. Yeah, I think between him and Lupe, they're the best rappers right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, of course, J and M.
They always gonna be up there. Yeah,
they still breathe. But as far as like right now, I feel like it's J M, Kendrick, and Lupe. Those are like the top tier MCs right now.
You put Cole in? You not gonna put Cole in there?
Cole's number 5.
It's just been a minute since they came with something. You know, J. Cole give you a hit every now and then, like a little single, like a couple singles he's made, but he ain't putting out no albums. You feel me? I need an album.
I mean, who's putting out albums? Other than
True.
Busta? Matter of fact, I'll take it back. Busta need to get some respect put on his name. I'm just saying. So I got to put him in there.
Hey, my homeboy, shout out to Bad Seed, man. He actually had a pretty good argument for the reason why Busta Rhymes was the greatest of all time. He had a little YouTube forum on it, which I thought was pretty dope for him to do that. I'm gonna do that. But it's really, I mean, what can you say? I mean, you can't argue with his creativity.
Nope.
You can't argue with his artistry.
Nope.
The only thing that probably was a little over glutton of was probably the niggas and bitches. Probably could have did that a little lighter, and it probably would have been.
That doesn't take away from the bars.
No, I'm not saying it does, but I'm just saying if you're gonna look at anything, I think probably that was probably it. But it's just
also talking about one of the most, as far as black folks is concerned, woke individuals who've been woke since 1994.
That has nothing to do with being woke. It has nothing to do with being woke.
Saying, like,
there's excessive. I use nigga and bitch too, but it's just like I'm not. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying he uses it excessively, which normally indicates that the person is not as woke.
No, that has
Normally,
nothing to
that
do
is
with
a
being
bitch.
woke. That is just basically saying you saying nigga and bitch too much. It has nothing to do with you being woke. You just overused.
People associate that with being.
I don't.
You know, well, you may not, but people do. People do. So I want to make sure that people understand. Go back to the coming.
Shitty hard.
And
What
follow.
the fuck does that have to do anything?
Go back to the.
I don't care.
Go back to
to me
Luther
personally,
Richard.
I don't give a fuck. I mean, to me, it's good to me. I listen to it. I thought it was dope. But I just heard that was some of the common thread that I heard from some cats that were like long time listeners to him. They was like, oh, he said niggas get to it. Like, okay. But
I mean,
I was whatever.
You could be they could be mad at that, or they could be mad at Nas status, or they felt like he was being misogynistic. So which one you want?
And Nas wasn't being misogynistic either. They need to knock that shit off. Stop. You know what? People need to stop listening to projects to find shit wrong with it. That's the problem. That's the main problem.
That's half the
we in a world of haters, and the first thing you doing is you pointing out the shit that's wrong in the fucking project. Dude, enjoy the project and love it. Listen to it and love it.
That's the world we live in now, man.
I don't know how to do that.
Listen to it and love it. Like, what are you bitching and complaining about for?
I need something to be mad at.
To go, well, I just don't understand, and you gotta be the unpopular opinion guy. Like, oh, okay, well, everybody else saying it's dope, so I'm gonna just say it's shit because I just want everybody to hear my opinion is.
That's everyday life. Yeah, we always got haters like that.
Feel me though.
Knock it off. I heard people was like, Busta was like, man, that shit was alright. What? What are you talking about? That was one of the hardest projects in 2020. If you don't knock that shit off and go on with that, come on, stop. What hip hop are you listening to?
Wow.
That's like them shitting on Benny and shitting on Benny too. Like, oh well, that shit was Benny was too commercial. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Standards.
What are you talking about?
He's got to be like the most non-commercial person ever.
That album was hard. What are you talking about? Just knock this shit off. We gotta stop that, man. We gotta stop that world of
anybody with the moniker of Griselda, under the moniker of Griselda. I can promise you, ain't commercial.
Dude. I know there's people that think they can do no wrong, but there's also this little pocket of haters that be like they can do no right. You know what? If you was real, you'd rap over some drums. It's like, dude, okay. He rapped over drums on Benny's album. He knocked over some hard ass drums.
You would ask somebody to play a xylophone.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody could rap with no beat. Like, shut up, nigga. What are you talking about? You sound like a fucking idiot out here.
People always gonna hate, man. They gotta find a reason to hate all the time. Just the world we live in. That shit ain't gonna stop.
Dude, I still gotta watch the High Road doc. I started watching it last night. I didn't finish. How was it?
Bro, I was inspired. Bro. So, if those who don't know, there's a whole documentary on hieroglyphics. Really more so on
Soulja Mystic.
But I was 93 till infinity is the reason why I love hip hop. As an East Coast kid, I'm from the East. 93 till infinity is the reason why I love hip hop.
I still play that song to this day. That shit always on my shit.
Dude,
That's what made me fall in love with hip hop.
You need to understand the levity of that because I was telling him in the chats. I was going to school at Skyline at the time when that shit went up. Mm-hmm. Hyro owned Skyline. Owned it. Owned it.
And they was
it
young.
Was
they were so young.
Incredible. It was incredible, dude. That shit was on a box for like 24 hours straight all the time.
Is just to realize that these brothers was like 17, 18 when this happened.
Running shit.
18? Like, and their dad, one of the dads, like basically pinned the deal for them, and they got their publishing, man. They got their publishing.
That's
in
huge,
94. Man. Nobody was getting publishing in 94. Soulja Mystic got publishing. That's monumentous.
Man.
Forever and a Day, they own the publishing for 93 till infinity. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. Big shouts.
It's just smart, just fucking smart business, man. And them guys built that empire, man. And
one of their dads was a lawyer.
Makes sense.
Perfect person to have.
I want to say it was Festo's dad. I want to say it was Festo's dad.
Man,
I could be wrong.
They built that empire, man. I remember staying up on my little tape recorder trying to record the battle between Hieroglyphics and Hobo Junction on fucking KMEL. I remember fucking recording that, trying to stay up to record that shit. Like, man, they were every bit as important to the Bay Area as Wu-Tang was to New York.
Absolutely. I give you that. I'll 100% give you that. But the crazy part is, I'll say this, and I'll throw my East Coast back up and love it. Well, I guess I'm backwards. I'll throw my East Coast back up and love it. Because that style was based off the original style of East Coast hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say that but they still had so much Bay flavor in it, though. Even though the delivery had East Coast influence, there was still so much imagery, both verbally and what they presented as far as visuals, that screamed California. You know what I'm saying?
And you very rarely have a unit where everybody can rhyme, dude. Like everybody could rhyme. Everybody could rhyme in that crew. Period. There wasn't a weak link in that bitch,
freestyle.
Dude.
That's and freestyle for 45 minutes straight.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts, dude.
That's hard.
Yeah. Do your research for those who don't know about Souls of Mischief.
Look up Souls of Mischief. Look up Hieroglyphics. Look up Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. It's the lineage on that shit, dude. Just is crazy. It's crazy.
And I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard the name Dale the Funky Homo Sapien, I was like, all right. Until I started to look into who Dale was. You know what I'm saying? Don't let for my East Coast people that might be watching this, don't let the name fool you. Look up who Brett is and listen to the rhymes.
Dr. Bombay, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Man, shit.
You're not doing
that shit was going up. That shit was going up. That was going up, man. Right, you got my little
East Coast cats in.
You got my little childhood popping right now, man.
I'm trying to keep my East Coast cats interested and not helping with the weird names. Bobolino.
Oh man, you need to go hear that. You need to go hear that record, man. That made me want to go hear that shit now. Anyway. All right, y'all got anything else, man? Before we get up out of here, anything that we forgetting?
No, that's it, man. I'm good.
I need y'all to not translate this. Actually, I'm not gonna say
that. That's funny. Oh yeah, no, I do. I got a show this Friday. I'll be down at the Sac Comedy Spot. I think doing like an outside show. I think it started at 8:00 on a Friday. This Friday.
You said 8:00? Oh,
8:00.
You said on Friday?
This Friday, 8:00. Sac Comedy Spot.
Damn, I'm off too. Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. Shit, it's like 3 white people and a black girl hosting. I think I'm either last or I'm in the first. That's the only way I can look at it. Hopefully, I go last. That's what I would like.
D, go on first. That way you can get out of there, and then we go have drinks. Fuck that.
Go on last, so I can.
We'll figure it out. I'll try to see. Yeah, sure. I'll be. I think everybody's doing like 10 minutes, so it ain't gonna be that long. It'll be quick. It's gonna be a quick show. Everybody doing 10-minute sets.
Just a friendly reminder, everybody, please make sure that you go by our 10 City Thursday page next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday. We will be releasing Shane the Rapsmith single, No Running. That's coming to you. And there'll be like 2 or 3 singles coming behind that, which is going to be crazy. We'll be dropping some snippets here and there for you to be able to check out. There's some shit from me coming. But exciting times, man. moving, trying to get this thing popping, get these projects going, and all that shit. Sandman just dropped a video today for one of his beats. Menu beats. Why always be trying to leave article out?
Because that's my man.
I always be doing that shit. I'm sorry. Shout out to article, man. What's the name of the beat?
Sleepwalking. I should play it right now.
I'll put the clip in the I'll put the clip in here when I edit.
It right now.
You play. It's fine.
Sleepwalking, Sandman, article, menu beats. Menu beats. Coming out on Best Served Cold. Menus project is going to be dropping by the end of the year. It will be out by the end of this year. So, Best Served Cold, Menu Beats. It's one of the joints that's going on there. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, ask him who made up the title for that. Yep, title guy. Me. Not to be confused with title.
Everybody stop and look at Nytelife
services.
Y'all crazy, man.
So when that releases, make sure that you go to 10cityrecordings.com to get exclusives on that, because that will be on the site. Even though he didn't tell me that it's going to be on the site, I'm telling you it's going to be on the site anyway.
I told you.
It's going to be on the site. It's going to be on the site.
I'm confirming right now.
Along with all the other music by me. We're going to get D-Rock a comedy album, put that shit on 10 City soon.
Hey, I'm with it. We can make that happen. I've been trying to do that actually. We should. Or we could do it like laugh tracks do they shit. I tell my jokes and then we get some people to reenact that shit.
That might be hard. Yeah, man. There we go.
Do something like that. I'm down with it.
All right. Yeah. So I guess we'll try to do it again in 2 weeks. Thank y'all for coming in, fellas. Y'all be cool. We gonna go to D-Rock show hopefully tomorrow. Check it out. It is tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow?
Friday.
It's Friday. Well, I got Alzheimer's.
I was like, damn, is it Thursday today? Because I'm like, damn, I'm feeling good. I made it through this week pretty fast.
Also, don't forget to check out the Gauntlet on the Gauntlet Beat Battle page. If you are a producer, send in.
By the time this comes out, it might be past the Gauntlet. But
I'm editing and putting it out tomorrow. Knock it off.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
yeah. See, I'm editing and putting it out tomorrow. So if you have 10 beats and you're a producer and you have $10 just laying around, make sure that you hit the Gauntlet Beat Battle at gmail.com. Send those 10 beats in. Cash app that $10 to Sandman Productions, $ Sandman Productions, and enter. It has been a fierce battle. We always have real good turnouts.
Yes, sir.
And usually there's cash prizes at the end, so you're not just throwing your money into an endless pot. We're giving y'all something. Yeah. So thirsties. Yeah. So we'll be live and direct 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. So check us out at the Gauntlet Beat Battle page on Facebook. All right, so we're going to get out of here. Difficult roads often lead to most beautiful destinations. Shoot your shot. Go for the win. You might make it. Peace.
Wait, I got one.
Oh, okay. You got one. Go ahead.
Yeah. It takes a lot more effort to keep up with the lie than the truth. Just tell the truth.
That was awful.
What you mean, bro?
was not compelling at all.
That's compelling. Tell the truth.
You're never closing out the pot again. You better find something else.
Whatever.
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
I'm editing that shit out. It's going
Mine was better
at
than
the end.
yours. You hate because it was so profound.
All right.
That's
Love y'all,
shit.
brothers.
Easy.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, hey. I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong, owes me money, or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead. You understand what the fuck I'm saying, man? They're fucking dead, man. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no drum attack. One shot I need max, ain't gon' shoot you in your back, look in your eyes till you see black. Motherfucker, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no drum attack. One shot I need max, ain't gon' shoot you in your back, look in your eyes till you see black.
Life is hard, that's some real ass shit. Learn to the club, turn up, get lit. For conviction, notes remote, still look broke. Supposed to be eating, but my meal is toast. I gotta with the pain on a daily basis. For the women in the block, man, that bitch is racist. I didn't break a drain, gon' still complain. In her brain, still see the fucking stain on her doorstep, cause I'm black. When I was young, I thought I was gonna act. That was 21, I'm having a lot of fun, and ain't close to done. Supplying people with tracks. Find niggas with facts, my limit is to the max. Bigger jams, I like to see how people react. On my own, in spite of those that got my back. Moving up to the front, now how ironic is that? Look, so cold with it, East Coast with it. From the north, like a ball, just roll with it. Anything that I want, I'ma go get it. Crete or New Orleans, so there's no limit. Everything's earned, there's no giving. I got big dreams, give me clear vision. Got good hooks, a nigga still fishing. Punchlines the ass, so your eye missing. So corrupted nickname is spam, quit rap, cold turkey, I better still go ham. Throw this in a whip, I better be your jam.
Put us in a whip, I better be your gym.
God damn, I really put it on with this one. Live flame, can be tame, I'm a beast on this one. Got rage on my eyes, going blind on this one. Say you murdered every nigga in the game, you missed one.
Ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no drum attack. One shot I need max, ain't gon' shoot you in your back, look in your eyes till you see black. Motherfucker, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back, ain't no running, ain't no drum attack. One shot I need max, ain't gon' shoot you in your back, look in your eyes till you see black.
Watching, I'm in awe, like the revelation, the end of Saul. And in preparation for what I saw, I could cut my eyes out with a claw. That nigga really put hands on my mom's, they can take his soul, will of God. There's no reason that I should see this, so he's putting me and him at odds. I could grab the knife, put it in his throat, step back, watch as he bleeds and choke. With a turn from that and no way to cope. Blood on my hands, I can't wash with soap. Psycho, all I wanna do is to kill. It's the right thing to do when it's evil, they will. I'm eager to spill, calm and I'm nervous. 7 years old, my strength, it was worthless. Curtains for me, if he chooses, I die. Shocked by my eyes, couldn't force out a cry. Grandma asked, mama told me to lie, and but everything in me didn't work, but I tried. How'd I get into this? Losing my innocence, witnesses. I'm the only one, can't finish this. Wishing that I can have the power of Shazam. Transform from a boy to a grown ass man. Put hands on the zig of my hand on the trigger of a gun. Really thinking I'ma kill this nigga. Say a prayer, let it go. I don't know if I can. He made me mistakes, let him have another chance. See chance for the devil, what became a bitch. See dying of thirst, for that thirst be quenched. Got him in the hot seat like he's wrapped in flames. I sent him to hell to see how my life would change.